welcome to Longacre on a beautiful spring morning. This morning I'm going to give you the moon and the stars. But before we get to that, I thought I'd take this as an opportunity to tell you a bit about Longacre and why we decided to call the place Longacre. Our cottage that we live in was always referred to as Rockmount Cottage, but we decided to take the opportunity to change its name. One of the reasons being there's a few different places near us called Rockmount. The biggest and most well known, I suppose, is the golf course. And just to avoid confusion and to be a little bit different, we decided on Longacre. So, why Longacre and what does Longacre mean? Well, Longacre was always a reference to where I'm sitting, which, as you can see, is the patch of grass between the hedge and the road. And days gone by, if you had had a couple of cows or a horse or a donkey, you would have taken it out and grazed the Longacre. A bit of a freebie, I think. There's another reference, of course, to Longacre, and that's if you owned a long laneway, which is exactly what we do. And you would have similarly grazed your Longacre with whatever livestock you had. So we have a long lane, and some people see that as a negative thing, but we wanted to make it a positive thing, so we've called our property, our cottage, Longacre. And so this morning I'm going to show you our Longacre, show you our laneway, and we'll see a few beautiful things on the way.
So here we go. I have to tell you, when we're walking here, the first property you see on the right, that's our lovely neighbours, and we're very fortunate that they're very pleasant. Also very fortunate that they've planted loads of spring bulbs. Now they're mostly finished. You'll see some of the daffodils left on either side of the lane. There's snowdrops, there's crocuses. Oh, there's our lovely horse, and their property is gorgeous, and they keep it superbly. Anyway, there's fritillarias in here too, a few anemones, all sorts of things. But they've only planted basically to their gates there, and so the rest of this laneway is for us. Now, they also own all the land that you'll see on either side of the lane, up until you get to the start of our property. So here we go. Now the first thing I wanted to show you is here. Now, anybody tell me what this is? Well, I think most people probably know this is honesty. Either it comes with either purple or white. Absolutely lovely plant. I never used to really rate it, but this one plant has grown here for at least 20 years, and it just keeps coming back every year. If you don't recognize it in bloom, you would definitely recognize it in seed. It has great big seed heads that look like silver pennies, and they're almost translucent. You can see through them almost. So a gorgeous plant. The big seed heads slightly resemble, or people used to think they resembled, the moon. And so that's how it got its name. It's called Lunaria, from lunar. So this is Lunaria Honesty. And by the way, it's edible. You can eat the flowers, you can eat the leaves, you can eat the stems, you can eat the roots. But anyway, we'll continue on our journey. So, where was I? Yes, Lunaria. And not a lovely, you're about to see a lovely wall on the side here. They just built this lovely stone wall. Anyway, I said at the very start of this video that I was going to give you the moon and the stars. So Lunaria is the moon, and here I'm about to show you the stars. So lunaria means moon-like. This is stellaria, which means star-like. It's more commonly referred to as stitchwort because people would have traditionally said it helps to ease a stitch. If you have a stitch when you're out for a walk, have a look in the hedgerows and you might find this. It's everywhere at the moment, but it's absolutely gorgeous. This is a bit like honesty. It is edible, and while honesty is supposed to taste a bit like cabbage, this plant, stitchwort, tastes. The book says it tastes like a combination of lettuce and grass. I don't know whether that sounds very appetizing or not, but I've tried the flowers, and the flowers are, because they're supposed to be a milder flavour, and they're quite pleasant. There's nothing wrong with having one as you walk along the road. So that's stitchwort. So I have given you, as promised at the start, I have given you the moon and the stars. Okay, let's continue on our walk down the lane. I did think to myself, just when I was highlighting those couple, and you'll see later on there's a little wild pansy growing in the hedges. There is, look at that, isn't that gorgeous? In the hedges there's some wild roses. There are quite a few of the rough growing honeysuckle. And I did think to myself it'd be a nice project, especially here where there's a wider area at the side of the lane. I thought it would be a nice project to start naturalizing a few other wildflowers. There's another patch just on the right there that I could put quite a few. Yeah, it'd be lovely to have all sorts of different things growing on the side of the lane. It's one of those lanes that you keep thinking, oh, it's just around the corner, and oh, no, it's not. I'll never forget the first time me and my friend came out to look at this house when my parents were going to buy it, and the lane just seemed to go on forever and ever. They have just re-sown that field, and it looks like a bowling green. It's fantastic. Anyway, next time you're putting the bins out and you're complaining with that little 20 meters down the drive walk, just think about us. And every day, every week, the bins have to go down the lane. It's not a popular job in our house. So we've also no livestock at the moment to graze this long acre, so the strimmer has to come out. But here we go. Here's this little pansy. I've already this year put down nearly 10 tons of stones on this land to try to make it acceptable. But anyway, here we go. This is the start of our property. You can see our cottage in the distance.
So there you go. That's most of our long acre. Now where I'm sitting is the start of our land. About 6 acres in total. And I look forward to, over the next few videos, maybe showing you around some of it. I do have to warn you, I've told you maybe before, but it has been neglected for probably 10 years. And especially the last 5 years, there's been nothing done to it. So we are gradually, slowly but surely, reclaiming the whole place. And over the next number of videos, I look forward to showing you around, showing you what I'm up to. Hopefully you'll enjoy being nosy and getting us a little look. So I'm not going to waffle on any longer this morning. I will hopefully post another video later in the week, but we'll wait and see. Feel free to share these videos with anyone that you think might be interested. And there we go. Talk to you soon.